Hi, I'm Mayor Mike Walsh, and I'd like to welcome you to the Mayor's Corner, being brought to you from the Crest Family Library in downtown De Pere. This is a program where we will be providing you with information about city programs, pertinent issues, and things that may be of interest within our community. I will be interviewing individuals in an effort to give a first-hand perspective of concepts, ideas, and involvements of a particular subject. Our topic today is Celebrate De Pere, and my guests are Carl Castelic, Vice President of Celebrate De Pere, and Kristina Ambrosius, Secretary of Celebrate De Pere. Welcome, Carl and Kristina.
Thank you for having us.
It's great to have you here today. In talking with you beforehand, it seems like it might be a good idea for us to get a little bit more in depth as to what the Celebrate De Pere is, how it helps the community, and some of the little known aspects along with the schedule of events. So I guess, Carl, for our viewers, could you please tell us what the mission of Celebrate De Pere is?
Sure. Celebrate De Pere really has a threefold mission to it. Number one is that we want to be able to help out the local nonprofits in our area. We have over 18 different nonprofits that benefit this weekend in different and various ways. The second is that we do want to keep a focus on the fact that it is Memorial Day weekend. It is for our veterans, and that's why we have multiple events going on throughout the grounds, throughout the weekend, to give honor to them, because it is their weekend. Third and lastly is also to put a little focus on downtown De Pere as well. We normally have over 25,000 people come through the gates in a weekend, and that's a lot of people to come and see our charming downtown.
Well, as you know, being mayor, it's certainly a good thing to get people in our downtown. It makes a lot more awareness and of what we have downtown, and just having that many people see what we have to offer is just fantastic, and we thank you for that. Can you explain a little bit how Celebrate got started?
Sure. Well, we're on our 24th year this year, so it's been going for quite a while. There was, obviously a lot of people throughout the years who have helped with this to bring it to what it is today. It originally started way back when it was the 100th anniversary of De Pere, and if I remember right, that should have been 1990 with Celebrate that year. It was a fantastic success. Everyone had a great time, so they decided the next year to do Celebrate 101. And it went that way for a few years and then went through some reiterations and whatnot, and has come to the festival it is today, being Celebrate De Pere, located down in Voyageur Park.
I know it takes a lot of planning to put on this event, and it's done by the Celebrate Committee. Kristina, could you kind of explain who Celebrate Committee is?
We are a group of volunteers, about 20 volunteers that get together. We have a board of 7, and we meet starting pretty much right after the event all the way year round. They spend their time, everybody picks an area that they would like to work in, and they go from there, and everybody works together to create the event that we have. We have monthly meetings, and then by the time we get to the last 4 weeks of the event, we do weekly meetings, and by the end, we're all ready to go and start putting everything up for the 3-day event.
And then after the 3-day event, you're very tired.
Very tired, and then we're already planning for the following year.
There you go. Carl, I know Celebrate helps the community in many ways, and one very important way is monetarily. Since the Celebrate Committee has taken over, how much money has been raised and donated over the past 7 years?
Sure. No, over the past 7 years, a total of $581,000 has been raised, and every dime has been put back into the community through the nonprofit groups that are involved. Each year there are a number of nonprofits that work that work different tents, food booths. They volunteer in different areas down at the park. And then when on good years, when there are leftover profits, we also still then donate out the rest of everything, we all get together and decide, which nonprofits that we'd like to donate some additional funds to, and we work our way back down to zero again and start over. So that way, everyone who knows, if you come down to celebrate De Pere, it is truly a community event. Your dollars are going right back in the community. There's no other additional paid staff. There's nothing along those lines. So.
Oh, good. Carl, with Celebrate De Pere being on Memorial Day weekend, is there any special recognition that's given to our veterans?
Yes. Because it is Memorial Day weekend, we like to keep the focus there. Number one is that any veteran who comes down with any proof of service absolutely gets into the event for free. It doesn't matter, their military service card. A lot of times it's even just been, if they're dressed up in uniform for the parade, absolutely, they're in. It's that simple. Then we have a couple of events throughout the weekend as well. We have what we call our Veterans Salute area, where people can come down, remember their loved ones or anyone they know who did serve or has served in the past. We have a tree there where they can write their name on a yellow ribbon, and then also a board where they can write messages and whatnot. Those two things then are included in our Memorial Day service that we have 12:30 on Monday. Which ends up to be, what I feel is an incredible service at that point.
In addition to the ceremony, it's nice at the end, us committee members get together in a circle with the vets, and they present a song. I'm trying to remember what song we used on top of my head. But we use the song that the vets pick for us. The community then goes around us, or the community, goes around the committee and the vets as a big thank you to everybody. And if you look around that circle, you can see the tears of emotions for the past, present, and future military that are out there right now.
Yeah, I've had the honor of participating in that ceremony every year, and I think the name of the song is "I'm Proud to Be an American." But I would recommend that people come down there immediately after the parade, because it's a very moving ceremony, and being able to participate in it is just fantastic. So are there things people need to be aware of before they come down to the event?
Yes, when they come down to the event, be prepared for the weather. That's the major thing right there too.
And we don't use the R word.
We don't use the R word. It's $1 when you walk into the door, into the extra pot for the community to go out to the community. Come prepared with your ID. 21 and over need to have your ID, or you will not be served alcohol. Backpacks and carry-ins will need to be limited as much as possible. They will be subject to search. Strollers are welcome, but we will also search them also. Like I said, with the weather, if it's going to be warm, prepare yourself, sunscreen, all that fun stuff. If it's going to be a little chilly in the evenings, bring your jacket. It's great weather time out there. Drink plenty of fluids. Water's great to keep yourself hydrated on a nice warm day.
Celebrate is advertised as a family-friendly event. What do you have for children and families?
For children and families, we have our children's area, which we have this year. We will have 2 stages of entertainment going on. We have the popular demand of Miss Taku and Miller and Mike coming back. Also, Spoon Man is coming to do his spoon act and possibly maybe some flaming spoons. Last year we introduced You Be the Band, where you come in, you get to play the guitars, sing the songs, play the drums and stuff. And then new this year, I have Brandon Stiles, who is an impersonator who will be singing songs from all generations. By that, we still have face painting going on, bouncing toys. There will possibly be our karate self-defense going on. Local areas promoting their services also, as Green Bay Fusion will be there supporting their cheerleading going on. And then just fun things for them to do. And then Sunday we have the fishing tournament.
Isn't there something, well, we have the rides down there too, correct?
Yep.
Good. What's on the schedule for this year as far as bands and the stages and such?
Sure. Well, we have 2 stages of entertainment this year. A few years ago we started our Riverfront stage, which is right down on the shores of the Fox River, that features a lot of local acts, very good acts from around the area. Then of course we have our main stage, which we still split into more of rock type bands on Sunday night, Saturday night. And that leads up to that night, Starship with Mickey Thomas. You might remember some of their hits from the 80s. We Built This City, Sarah, those types of songs, right? Then on Sunday, it's more of a country on some of the lead up acts. And then that night, we have Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
My generation.
And then I shouldn't forget, also then on Monday, Big Mouth and the Power Tool Horns are out on the main stage right after the Memorial Day service.
One of the things that I know that Celebrate does, they have a parade of cars. Could you kind of tell us what exactly that is, when it is, and where it is, I guess?
Absolutely. Our auto show parade actually is at 4 o'clock on Sunday. It's sponsored by Pomps Tire. And what this is actually is earlier in the day, we have our Celebrate De Pere car show sponsored by De Pere Auto. We've got in there, last year there were over 130 different cars in different types of categories, and they're all parked nice and neat, all around the park, kind of on the back side, right by the river. It's a great viewing area to come down and see these unique cars. But then at 4 o'clock, everyone gets to fire up and they drive right out, right past everyone. It's really a sight to see.
The park is supposed to be closed for a certain amount of time. Could you tell us the days that they're closed?
Absolutely. Of course, for an event of this size, there is some setup time. So officially, the park does close at 10 p.m. on Wednesday night prior to the event. And then all day on Thursday and all day Friday leading up to the event starting on Saturday. There's quite a bit of heavy equipment and rides and whatnot to be set up. So unfortunately, we do have to close the park during that time just so that no one gets hurt.
So is it limited access or no access?
It's no access during that time. And then the park then reopens for the event at 12:30 on Saturday, and also then opens at 12:30 on Sunday as well.
Probably some of the questions that might be out there, at least one of them would be, does that closure include the Riverwalk?
It does, only because of the fact that the only access to the Riverwalk is through Voyageur Park. And unfortunately, there are some dangerous areas there that people would have to try and navigate to get to the Riverwalk. Now, the Riverwalk will be fully open during the hours of the event. So any paid patrons who come through the gate will definitely be able to check out the Riverwalk during that time. And then everything reopens again on Tuesday afternoon at 5 o'clock.
With the Riverwalk, being that it was the first time we had it last year, were there a lot of people out there for like the fireworks, going through during the day? I guess just how did it work out for Celebrate having that open?
Sure, you bet. You could tell a lot of people were going out there, checking out the views. There are incredible views of the Fox River right there. I wasn't out there personally, but I did hear that there were quite a few people out on the pier checking out the fireworks from there from a brand new, very unique view, which worked out very well. And then this year we are planning on having it completely open as well for the family fishing tournament on Sunday morning as well. So we need to expand the banks because the fishing tournament is getting full. So,
well, that's good. That offering that you do for the kids is just fantastic, and I know they enjoy it and get trophies and all that. So that's really great. Another aspect of Celebrate is the Christie race. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Christie's race. It's a race that I know the Boyd family here in De Pere has been deeply involved in. It does begin Sunday morning at 9 o'clock right by the main gate of Celebrate De Pere, which is right at the end of William Street and Front Street where those meet, just in case if anyone has to GPS it. And then it ends then up at the top of the hill, kind of next to the Shopco up in De Pere. So anyone who's interested in taking a look at that, we do have a link to it on our website. Or they can also contact James Boyd as well.
And that starts at
9 o'clock on Sunday morning. Their registration normally starts an hour before that, so 8 o'clock.
Do you have any information about the De Pere Kiwanis Memorial Day Parade? Like the start time, the route, the bridge closure?
On Monday morning, if you're coming to downtown De Pere, get there early. That's all. That's my warning. No, the bridge actually does close 1 hour before the parade, and then the parade starts at 10. So therefore, bridge closes at 9 o'clock. So you want to get your place, get in line. I know typically by about 8 in the morning, you'll start to see groups of people get in their position and where they want to be for the parade. So the parade does run normally about an hour and a half. And from what I've seen, maybe I'm a little biased, but I think it's the best Memorial Day parade in the entire area.
Well, I would really agree with that, but I think your assessment of being there by 8 o'clock and it's a lot earlier than that, believe me. And the Kiwanis just puts on a tremendous parade, and I think the crowd and the parade just gets bigger every year. And you know, I know at one point, a number of years, they've been over 100 units every time, so it bodes well for their success. And I know Celebrate also has a float, or you do something in the parade also.
You bet. No, we have a float that is also part of the parade, and of course we hand out plenty of candy. So
I'd like to add in too, it does start at West De Pere High School, and it finishes right here on East De Pere in front of the library.
Good. In order to make money on this event, you have to be a little creative in getting help to offset the costs. I imagine sponsors are a big part of this event.
Yes, without our sponsors, we would not be able to defray the costs as much as we can already for our nonprofits to make more for their groups. Our main sponsor again this year was Community First Credit Union. They came in as our title sponsor. This is actually their 6th year doing it. We're indebted to them. They are a wonderful sponsor to work with. We also then, for anyone who wants to come down and check it out too, Angels Touch Assisted Living helps us out. They're the sponsor of our marketplace area, which is a wonderful area to check out all kinds of cool things, you know, festival things, ways to get different types of information, that type of thing. And then we also are indebted to Associated Bank as well. They're a big sponsor. They sponsor our front gate area. Without them, it would be hard to make this festival go.
Sure. Just a couple of logistical questions. With this all this entertainment and family fun, what is the cost of admission for the 3-day event?
We keep it to $5. That's the main thing. No, we want to make sure that it does stay a family focus. So to be able to do that, it has to be affordable for a family. So if you come down during the day, the admission is still only $5 per person. 8 and under are free. At 7 o'clock then, later in the evening, the admission price does raise to $10. But even at that point, $10 to see national acts like Starship and Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, still a bargain.
That's true. That's true. Do you have any deals like a 3-day pass or a 2-day pass, or is it just daily?
Well, we do have daily admission, and then I should throw in there, if anyone's viewing this ahead of the event, we do have pre-sale tickets available at all Community First locations and the festival foods in the Green Bay and Appleton areas. Those tickets are $5, and they are good all day, even after 7 o'clock. So it is a way to possibly save $5 if you know you're going to come to the festival after 7 o'clock at night.
And I know you have something special on the 3rd day, which would be Memorial Day. Could you enlighten us on what that is?
Thank you for bringing that up. On Monday, there's no admission price to get in. What we ask is that everyone who comes through the gates on Monday, please make a monetary donation at the gates. All the dollars that are collected on that day are all donated to the local VFW posts here within De Pere. They use it for some of their programming and different things that they do to honor veterans. So that way you know that on Memorial Day, any donations that you make at that front gate are helping veterans directly.
That's really a great touch that Celebrate has put in. And I know years ago you used to do the canned goods, but excuse me, going on to doing this, I think, is a very good gesture also. So thank you for doing that. One service that seemed to have gone over pretty well in the past is the trolley service. Is that going to be offered this year?
The trolley service will be offered. The trolley service will run, we have a west side trolley and an east side trolley, and it makes about a 25-minute loop. On the west side, you can pick it up at Sidekicks Bar and Grill, who also are the main sponsor of the trolley service, at Replay Bar and Grill, and then also at Buddha's Still, which is right in downtown West De Pere there. On the east side, you'll be able to pick up the trolley at Chicago Street Pub, Greystone Ale House, or out at 21 Gun Salute, which is way up on top of the hill out in Ledgeview. So those are our places where you can pick up the trolley this year, get a free ride down to celebrate it. The trolley service does run from 5 o'clock until everyone is brought back to their home bars at night, normally about 12:30 at night then.
Carl, when does the park open each day, and does the entertainment start right away when it opens?
Well, the opening times on Saturday, we open up the gates at 12:30, and the music does start right about at 12:30. I believe the first band is already up on stage, and they're getting going by just about 1 o'clock. So right within that time frame is when everything gets kicked off and starts rolling. On Saturday, then the hours do go until 11:30 at night. Sunday is a mirror image of that day. It opens up at 12:30 and goes till 11:30 at night. On Monday, our gates actually do open up at 10 a.m. Most people do come down right after the parade, so we see a rush right around 11:30 or so, and it goes till 4 o'clock on Monday.
Like I said earlier, I know Celebrate De Pere takes a lot of planning, and I imagine the committee takes a little time off after the event, but how soon after the event do you start the process all over again for next year?
We start the process right away. We usually take maybe a 1-2 day vacation depending on how we all feel after the event. But then we start getting our minds going again on what we want for the following year. With next year being our 25th anniversary, we've already started planning for next year before even the 2014 event has even began. It takes lots of time, lots of dedication. Volunteers, we always welcome anybody that's willing to be on our committee and want to join and be part of this event to contact us and let us know and get started. I mean, there's different areas to work in, either the entertainment, children's, vendors, marketplace. There's a spot for somebody to help volunteer.
I would imagine you brought up the 25th anniversary next year. I would imagine that you're probably looking at something that's probably going to be pretty special. And maybe in that respect, I don't want you to give away anything, but in that respect, maybe you're going to need more volunteers next year. And I don't know if you can give us any idea as to what you're looking for, but I'm just throwing that out for you.
Well, we're not going to spoil anything on what's going to happen for our 25th anniversary, but more volunteers are always needed. Sometimes some of us volunteers that have been on for many of years will take a little break and just kind of step back and let the new people in and get their feet wet into the community events that we do. And then, all of us work together. We would love to see more people come in and step up and be part of our committee.
All different talents, anything that anyone could possibly help out with, we're always willing to help out, find out how they can help us and work that in. If anyone is interested in becoming a volunteer, they can take a look at our website and either contact us via the email or the phone number on there. We do have a volunteer center that'll be down in our information booth even this year during the event. So if anyone is interested, they can also stop down and we'll figure out how they can work in, and we can always start from there as well.
I suppose that would also take into consideration if anyone would want to sponsor the event also, correct?
Correct.
Absolutely.
Good, good. Is there anything else either one of you would like to add?
Well, I do want to make sure that no one forgets that on Sunday night we also have our fireworks show as well. It's normally a pretty big draw. Most people know about it, but just want to make sure everyone knows. Right at dusk on Sunday night, Five Star Fireworks is our vendor who puts that on, and they do a fantastic show. This year it's scheduled for a 25-minute show that is nonstop. And also, all of our events and anything else that we need for information is on our website at www.celebratedepeer.com, or you can find us on Facebook.
Well, good. Well, we're just about out of time. So I'd like to thank Kristina Ambrosius and Carl Castelic for providing us with information for Celebrate De Pere. And thank you, Carl, and thank you, Kristina. This concludes the Mayor's Corner. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm Mayor Mike Walsh.